么现在我们进入第二个话题，就是我刚才谈到了，就是在我们比较见得多的是这两类案子。那么我现在想要谈到的就是说，一旦经过这个联邦法院的初审之后呢，如果说对这个结果还不满，有时候是我们申请人自己不满，有些是移民局不满。那么任何一方提出在上诉的时候，在联邦法院上诉，联邦法院在看初审法院的结果的时候，是凭什么来决定初审法院的决定是不好的，需要进行改判或者需要打回去重审？那么它的标准呢，实际上就是要看原来这个决定做的时候是不是合情合理，以及他做决定的程序是不是是公平的，这是主要两个标准。如果说这两点都满足了条件，既没有不合理，程序要公平的，一般来说上诉法院是不会对这些结果做一些修改的。那么我们现在就是看一下，就是这类的案子，一般来说法院是怎么认定到底决定是不是合理的。我也是首先让韩律师给我们讲一下他熟悉的案子。I think just some cases related with whether the officer's decision is unreasonable. One of them I remember is 2018. It's about a family union, and the applicants actually have a history of homosexual, and then he was rejected before, and later he married somebody in Canada. His spouse actually sponsored him here, and I think the decision maker said, because before you have a rejection, that's why this time I'm going to reject you again. So how courts see this kind of decision, whether it's reasonable?
Yeah, that was a case where the fellow was originally from Africa, and he came to Canada. He came as a refugee, and he was investigated under the refugee program. And at that time, they determined he was a homosexual, and that he would have been subject to discrimination in his home country. And then when he got to Canada, though, he discovered he was bisexual because he had a relationship, a long-term relationship, I think it was about 11 years, comes to mind, with a woman here in Canada, and they had 3 children together. So he was decidedly not in a homosexual relationship at that time. He was also monogamous, which means that he wasn't having any relationships with males or females outside of that relationship. And the issue became whether the decision by the original adjudicator was wrong or unreasonable, because he had concluded that the person relied on original refugee report as to his sexuality, also whether his sexuality or his bisexuality was going to be prejudiced in his home country.
这个案子呢，就是关于就是人的性取向的问题。原来这个申请人是从非洲来的，他来申请的时候，他作为是难民申请，他申请的理由是他是同性恋，而在他的国家，因为是很多亚洲的非洲的国家都是这个天主教的，他们对同性恋是不可以接受的。那他认为他在他的国家会受到仇视性的这种对待，所以说他申请难民申请来。他当时在对他进行审查的时候，当时的移民官发现，实际上他实际上是双性恋，就是他实际上还有在他这个同性恋的关系之外，还有跟异性恋的关系，而且他实际上和一个女性他的伴侣在一起共同生活了11年，还有3个孩子。所以在这个基础上呢，移民官就说：“我根本不相信你说的你真正是同性恋，你完全可以以其他的方式生活。”当时就把他的难民申请呢就驳回了。那么他后来呢又在这边找到了一个他的同性恋的这么一个伴侣，那个伴侣要申请他来，那么就存在一个在这个问题上，到底移民官要怎么看待他以前的这个到底他是同性恋还是双性恋的问题，来决定。当时的移民官认为不相信他的就要把他驳回。那我们现在看
Another aspect of this case was he had 3 children. Now he'd been removed because of criminality, serious criminality. He had gone to jail for a drug offense, and the issue was whether he would continue to be inadmissible. So what happened in that case is there was two aspects to it. One is that the court said, look, the original adjudicator was wrong in relying so heavily on the refugee report and making adverse findings about whether he'd be prejudiced in his home country. The second aspect of it, and probably for me the more important aspect of this, is that the judge said there was unreasonable respect to how he dealt with the children, and said that there should be more emphasis placed on the hardship that the children would be under due to the separation of their father from them. And this is an important aspect of immigration law and of unreasonableness. Where children are involved, the courts have held that no amount of hardship is acceptable for a child. With respect to adults, it's a question of measuring that hardship. You can say, well, it's not, you might have some hardship if you return to your home country, but looking at your criminality and looking at all the other factors, a little bit of hardship for you is not a big deal. But no child should ever have to suffer hardship. It's zero. And 3 children were going to suffer hardship because their dad wasn't going to be in the home. The family was not going to follow him back to Africa. And so the issue then became the court saying, look, I'm not going to send this fellow back because there's clearly humanitarian compassionate grounds, and decided in his favor. And it went back to another adjudicator to decide the case.
就是这个，就是说，在法院在看是不是合情合理的时候，他其实很多时候考虑的是人情味比较重。就是我一开始说的，判例法和我们成文法的不同，就是判例法确实要灵活很多，它确实是从每一个案子，从人情的角度和一般人的这个社会这个标准的不同、道德标准的不同来看。所以说，因为社会在不停的进步，也许以前在不能接受同性恋的时候，在很多问题的看法和现在能够接受的时候，它的标准就不一样。那这个案子就是典型的，就是因为他有3个孩子在这里，那当时呢，这个法院就认为，现在把父亲让他回去以后，让3个孩子在这里，没有父亲这样的生活，对孩子影响大不大？当时呢，做判断的那个移民官员实际上，认为对孩子影响不是很大，孩子不会有很大的，因为他认为应该是要很明显的对孩子不公平才行。而人家当时做决定的法院的官员就认为这种说法是错误的，因为孩子永远不应该有任何 hardship， 不需要 extraordinary 的 hardship， 孩子就不应该有 hardship。所以说，这种认为一定要到那个级别才算是 hardship， 是一种不公平的做法。所以因为这个呢，就把原来的这个移民官的决定来取消了。这就是我们说的所谓的什么叫 reasonable， 什么叫 unreasonable， 从法院的角度是怎么看待的。
Just want to add something about, because I used humanitarian compassionate grounds, and I think it's important I explain what this is. That is that people can be inadmissible for a variety of reasons. They can commit a crime, for example, and be found inadmissible for that. They can not stay within the country according to their time requirements on their permanent residency. They may have made a material misrepresentation on the application, so there's 3 different ways right there. And so those activities would cause you to be inadmissible, but our law permits people to give exceptions to people or exemptions to people who've committed offenses or have done something which makes them inadmissible, and that is humanitarian compassionate grounds, which means that the courts or the officer involved will consider all the context, not only the violation, but also the person's roots in the community, whether there be children or will be affected by the decision for removal, whether the person has contributed to the community, how much they have absorbed or been part of the Canadian culture. So there's a number of factors. I haven't listed them all, but I've listed some of the more important ones that go into humanitarian compassionate grounds. So when I refer to that, what I'm referring to is the exemption for a violation which ordinarily have you removed.
他就是他跳了一下，我们现在主要提到，他主要讲的就是关于人道主义的基础来进行审理。其实这个在法院是这样说的：当移民官在审查一个案子的时候，如果 在所有现有的移民官要求审查的这些条件都审查之后，还认为这个人不能满足被移民的条件，他最后是一定要走的一个过程，就是看从人道主义的角度来看，到底是不是这个人应该留下来。原因就是从人性的角度，他总是要给一个什么所谓的例外的情况。那法院在看这个人道主义的时候，主要考虑的首先就是有未成年的孩子是最主要的。所以说 best interest of the child， 不管是在移民法还是家庭法还是任何法律，我以前做过家庭法的讲座一样，当一个离婚的或者分开的配偶家里自己手里有未成年的孩子的时候，所有的主动权都在你的手里，这个是一样的。如果你有未成年的孩子，首先就是说移民官都要把孩子的这个利益放在第一位。当然，他还有其他一些因素会考虑，其中很重要的一个就是你到底跟加拿大本地保持的联络有多紧。如果说你在这儿待了15年，也没有买过房，也没有工作过，就是在花些钱，经常大部分时间都回中国，那么很可能就会使得法院认为你在这儿待不待无所谓，本身你没把这当成家。但如果你在这儿只待了2年，你在这儿又有工作，又在参加每次的社区活动，参加教堂的活动，对吧？你做的义工或者这些东西，就使得其实移民局会得到一个认识，就是说你是很希望留在这里的，你跟本地的联系是非常密切的。这些东西都会成为人道主义在考虑的时候一些主要的因素。这也是为什么就是说，当你如果跟我们像这种做上诉的案件比较多的律师在一起合作，我们事务所在做移民申请的时候，我们都会建议你一开始就要使这种联系越密切越好，因为你将来不知道你是不是要用得到这些证据来证明实际上你是很愿意留在加拿大的。